Good morning, everyone. Let's look at your markets for today. We had the interest rate decision from the Australian Bank coming out. It was the same as forecast, so nothing new there. I read the statement, and there was nothing surprising. Not a lot of inflation or anything. Prices came up, household groceries and stuff, and a lot of restrictions. COVID restrictions in place caused a slower economy than expected. So really, there was nothing shocking in this statement for me. So it whipsawed the market a bit, but it ended up right where it started. So all in all, it was just basically a waste of volume. Then we've got Christine Lagarde speaking about 4 hours from now. That's definitely something I'm going to look to trade. We've got the trade balances for both the dollar and the Canadian dollar. We could offset those against each other, so I'm going to trade that at 2:30. We also have the construction PMIs on the pound. Now, if you combine that with Christine Lagarde's speech, we could see significant volume on the euro pound. So I'm trading euro pound and dollar CAD, but I do have positions open on them, unfortunately, already. That could potentially, this could potentially be against my position, so I do need to protect myself there. So the rest of the stuff for me, Jerome Powell is speaking later this afternoon. That's the last one I'm going to look at, and then the rest of the stuff for me is irrelevant. I'm not going to trade them. We'll quickly look at the technical summaries to determine sentiment. We've got the S&P up 1.8%, the DAX up 1.1%, the FTSE up 0.69%, the Euro stocks up 0.92%, and the Russell 2.7% in the green. We've got commodities pretty neutral, with gold up or down 0.18% and silver 0.43% down. That's pretty neutral for me. And then the Forex, we've got all the pairs pretty neutral at the moment. So I think there's going to be opportunities in volume today. So we'll look to trade those. Okay, so that being said, let's turn to the charts. Now we'll start with gold. Gold is right at the median of the overall trending channel. As you can see, it's right at that middle line. So for me, this is not worth entering a position, because it's an overall uptrend, but it's halfway through a down move. So I can't enter the market here because it can just go from here back up again, or it can go all the way down. So I'm not confident in entering this at this point. So for me, I'll stay out of it. I want to look at the euro pound one. So remember, I had the indicator say go long. Yesterday I opened a position and it just stopped me out and then returned to where it was. So I reopened the position because I still believe this is going up in the long term. If you look at we'll do maybe do a regression channel. I haven't done that in a while. Linear regression channel. Haven't done that in a while. So just to be a bit different, we'll add that little regression. It looks to be moving to the upside, but if you look at the gradient of that, it should end up somewhere there. So that's my prediction. Obviously, unless Christine Lagarde gives us something really worth mentioning, that's the gradient of the trend we're looking at, unless we get a spike from her speech today, which is always great, if it happens. I'm going to have to put in a stop loss when a speech starts to protect myself. Unless I'm already in the green, then I'll be a break even instead. But definitely have to protect my position at that point. And then dollar CAD. Now, dollar CAD is something significant. Remember, I had an arrow up to there yesterday, but on Twitter, I confirmed that signal is invalidated, because yesterday, shortly after the video was released, my video was posted, the weather service confirmed that there's there's two tropical storms, Gamma and Delta, approaching the Gulf of Mexico. Now, Gamma is going to be fine. It's going to, ease off. but Tropical Storm Delta is expected to strengthen to a hurricane by Wednesday morning. And once it hits hurricane levels, it's not going to ease off. It's going to maintain that same strength as a hurricane until Friday. So with that prediction in mind, I've decided to buy the rumor and sell the news. So we've got we already saw the trend line break yesterday following, the news that came out, this. Not a lot of people saw it, but obviously I was lucky enough to take note of it. I saw a lot of ideas and, people posting technical analysis ideas on different platforms, all saying go long on this. And I even commented on a few of them to take note of this tropical storm that's approaching. So for me, this is a long-term downtrend based on the fact that that hurricane is coming. And if a hurricane is in the Gulf of Mexico, obviously there's oil manufacturing plants, or, well, it's not oil manufacturing plants, it's oil extraction plants actually, in the Gulf of Mexico. So a hurricane would definitely have them evacuate those plants, and that will obviously affect the oil price. And if it affects the oil price, it'll affect the Canadian dollar as well. So that's something to keep an eye on, people. There's a tropical storm expected to strengthen to a hurricane by Wednesday, and it is approaching the Gulf of Mexico. So definitely keep an eye on that. So for me, I'm long-term short on this. As you can see, there's my predicted price target. So we'll see it by Friday. It should have reached that level already. Okay, so that was Euro, Pound, and then Dollar CAD. We've done gold. We'll look at Aussie CAD. I mean, there's really nothing worth mentioning. It is ranging. It looks that the Aussie is now losing some value. So it is across the board. That's the breakout. I could go short here. I'll go sell that. That's on the Swissy, so I'm not overextended on the CAD. On this one, I can't go short because I'm obviously also short here. So I don't want to overexpose myself to a specific currency, but I'm happy to go short on this one. We'll put the target level there, somewhere there. You could go for all the way. It could potentially go all the way down. I play it safe and catch my pips. Aussie Yen, same thing, breakout. You could go short on that, but I'm already short on the Swissy. Aussie Kiwi, it's going to break out, but I mean, it's still above the trend line. So for me, I've not traded this one. There's better options out there. This is a breakout as well. You could go short on this. I'm already short on Dollar CAD, as I mentioned, so I'm not going to short this. This is based on Aussie weakness, not dollar strength. So be cautious on that. Same thing here. Breakout to the upside. Definite move to the upside. Expected further to go, maybe to that level. First take profit potentially there. But for me, I'm already in it, so I'll stay where I am. Euro Swissy. It's choppy, ranging in the middle. I'll stay out of that. Euro Yen. This was a beautiful move yesterday that I predicted. Obviously, the Dollar CAD one didn't go in my favor, but there were external factors there that resulted in that going against me. And when I was able to catch my mistake and reverse my position, I didn't have a big loss as a result. So I'm really happy with being able to make calls like these. I put them up the big arrow so that you see what I expect. And when you do get it right, it's always really nice to be able to say I made this prediction. It's like telling the future. It's a really good feeling. So I'd like to challenge you to try and make big move predictions as well, if you can. However you do it, take technical analysis, take fundamental analysis, maybe combine the two like I do, and try and make big calls like that. Euro dollar, we had a big move as well. That seems to be topping out. This looks like a flag. Now, a flag is usually a continuation pattern, and if you don't see the flag, there's point 1, point 2, and point 3, somewhere there. That's usually a continuation pattern. So if it breaks, you've got the flagpole. If it breaks further move to the upside. For me, I'm not going to trade that because I'm already exposed on euro and dollar. So pound dollar broke the box, went long. So if you got the breakout there, you should be in a pretty good position at the moment. Kiwi yen, this looks like a push to the downside. It might break this trend line now. But if it does hold, you could potentially go long on it again. I'll wait for my watch indicator to tell me when. New Zealand dollar versus US dollar, the Kiwi versus the greenback. This is pretty much consolidated, so I can't trade this. And dollar Swissy, that's been trending down for a while now. It's not a good place for me to get in. Dollar yen, we've got this in the middle of a ranging market, so I'm not touching that. And then silver, I'm actually long silver at the moment, even though it's at the median of the price. It is at the median on an uptrend. So silver was the one moving up, whereas gold, I just want to show you the difference. So gold's already moved up and it's retracing now. Now, as an example of what's happening here, why I won't take this trade long is because look at this move. It looked like it was coming down, and right at median, you can't go long there because even though it will probably eventually go up, you're going to have that drawdown first. So rather wait for this move to finish itself and then go long, at the bottom of the trend line. That's what I'm waiting for. This is in a downward short-term move, retracing itself. So there's no reason to go long at this median line. You want to go long at that line. So silver is the opposite. The move already started to the upside and it's at median now. It's still expected to go up to there. So, I mean, definitely a better entry position on silver than on gold at the moment. So that's why I'm long silver. So yeah, those are my 3 positions. Silver, 4 positions. I need to move silver up to there. And then what was the other one I opened? Let me just check. Aussie Swissy, this one. I need to move that up as well. Yeah, selling this short, I think there's a momentum swing. Obviously, if it closes back inside the triangle, then it's a false breakout. Then I'll just close it out. But I think it's a pretty fair position to take. Yeah, the overall trend was down anyway, and it's slightly exceeding that overall trend. I think we could see it definitely reach this price. Euro pound, as I mentioned, I have a target price over there, but Christine Lagarde speaking, so that point could be reached here, or it could go down there depending on what she says. So I want to protect my position. Dollar CAD, we've got Powell speaking as well, but I'm not going to protect this position. I'm going to let it ride. This is a long-term position, so I'll let it. If it draws down to that level, that's still fine. I'll let it do what it wants to do. But I'm long-term. I'll probably close this out either by Friday or potentially sooner if it hits my take profit. But this is a long-term position, so I'll allow the drawdowns to happen because it's based on a once-off global catastrophe basically. So I think I'll let this one ride. I'll allow the drawdown. I'm not overexposed, so I can afford it to draw down significantly before I have to start protecting myself. Even if it reaches that level, I'll still be in a fine position where my margin is concerned. As you can see, I still have a lot of margin left, so I'm still pretty much fine. These positions seem to be turning red now, but I'm not worried about them. Obviously, I just opened trades that are spreads negative, so that's just spread on this one that's causing that. So I'll allow this to do what it wants to do. And then silver as well, that's still spread negative. So yeah, those are my trades, those 4 positions. So I'm short Aussie Swissy because of the breakout. I'm long Euro pound. for various reasons, but you know, my indicator said that it's time to go long, so I tend to listen to it. Dollar CAD, we're short because of Tropical Storm Delta expected to strengthen to a hurricane. And then on silver, we've got all indications of a move to the upside, decent momentum. I think this will shift to the upside soon, but this is a significantly smaller position. You can see in lot size. So yeah, I mean, I'm happy with this. I could potentially only scalp today. I took a pretty decent trade on gold yesterday. I got in about there, somewhere 1, 2, 3, yeah, somewhere there. I opened the position right at the median and then took it out there. Actually, I took it out there, to be honest, and it went that bit further. But I was happy to secure my pips. Sometimes it doesn't reach the actual line all the way, so I played it safe and took profit there. It was a small scalp, but it was pretty decent. So I was happy with that. With it drawing down now, I'll look to re-enter the market later today again if it turns to the upside. So yeah, those are my positions at the moment, and also my conclusion for this video. So I hope it helps. Good luck and enjoy.